Hey everyone, welcome. I am so glad you are here. I am Canuck Clay Emo. I am the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. As my Canucks take all in one take, it's Clay's Canucks Commentary live for Sunday night, August the 15th. And I'm just going to check one thing here. Let me check, make sure that you can see me and hear me okay. Yeah, I think you can. I was having some troubles with my stream, so we'll see how far I get tonight. Welcome. I am in such a good mood. It feels like I haven't done one of these forever. Last week, was it members only? I think so. So maybe I haven't done these for a couple weeks at least. So I'm thrilled that you are here. I'm thrilled that I am here. So let me do my quick intro. For those of you that are new here, I'm going to talk for the first 10 or 15 minutes, and then I'll turn it over to you for questions. For those of you that are not new here, welcome and thanks for sticking with me. So I'll say this right away. Thank you to the moderators in advance. We'll see how busy you are. Nice to see Dexter in here. I was in your hometown, Dexter, but I'll talk about that in a second. Well, nice to see a lot of people here. Okay, so let me focus here because I'm in a really good mood, even though I got to go back to work tomorrow. But let me get to that in a second. Thank you to the moderators, first and foremost. Hopefully you don't have to do too much tonight, but we'll see. We never know. Thank you to Monkey9, who continues to sponsor me, even though they don't know that. That's fine. I also want to thank Gassy Jack Art. He's not an official sponsor, but I think I'm going to talk to him because he's been so good to me for the last little bit. And yeah, so thanks to them. Thank you to Hall of Fame members, Jens95, simalexander, Justin Credible, nucksfan number 29, Lucas Gates, Chris Seifried, Adam Broomfield, Shea Family Channel, Shannon Hollingworth, and Andrew Chang. Thanks for your support. I see many of you in here right now. And thanks to the support of all members, Hall of Fame, franchise, or All-Star. I appreciate all of you. And if you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this or any of my videos on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. Yeah, Dexter, I'll get to you. I'll get to the plan in a second. I'll get to what I was up to this weekend. Also, I want to say, no matter where you're watching from, whether you're in my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston, in Richmond, in the city of Vancouver, in the Lower Mainland, in the province, in the country, on the continent, or around the world, thank you for being here. I do not take you for granted. I know that you could be doing anything else, watching anyone else, hanging out with anyone else, but maybe you're doing all those things and yet you are still here with me as well. So feel free to chat with each other in the chat for sure. Just keep it clean as always. Moderators, thanks in advance. I will go for about 10 or 15 minutes to start off, and then I'll turn it over to you for questions, Canucks and hockey related, and then I will turn it, and then the last 10 to 15 minutes will be Ask Me Anything. So I want to say a couple things. I was on Vancouver Island over the weekend, and I've been talking about it on my channel for the past few days. I've been posting it on my YouTube channel. I was posting it on my Twitter, and it was pretty cool. You know, all three kids were on retreat at St. Paul's, our home Catholic church. So they were there for the entire weekend, coming back to sleep at night and so on and so forth. So Gail and I got away. We got the 7 a.m. ferry to Victoria on Friday. We did the Malahat Skywalk. For those of you on Vancouver Island, it was beautiful. I posted some pictures and some videos of me being macho man, a macho 47-year-old man, and walking across that skywalk. Oh, by the way, I'm rusty. Subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, I can't believe I messed up my nice intro. If you're new, you know what to do. But even if you're not new, you know what to do. Subscribe for Canucks Insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Like this video. You know my patented formula of how many people are viewing. I want about 50% of that number in likes. So this says, YouTube says there's 37 of you in here. So we should have about 18 or 19 likes. So let's see if we can get up to 20 likes, and then don't worry, I won't beg for likes for the rest of the night, well, at least until the end of the video. So let's get up to 20 likes or so. Like the fact that we are here together, like the fact that the Canucks are doing some stuff, like the fact that they're going to sign Pettersson and Hughes soon. Hopefully, I'll talk about that in a couple minutes, so stick with me. But yes, Gail and I were in Victoria, did the Malahat Skywalk, then we had a wonderful lunch at Pagliacci's, downtown Victoria, took a nap, and then did some walking around the harbor. Then we had a nice dinner at the Progi Bar. Then there's a jacuzzi in our room. I won't tell you too much about that, other than there's a jacuzzi in our room. It was nice. As you know, my Gail's sister works for the Sandman reservation, so she got us an upgrade. So there's a jacuzzi in our room. I just said that like 3 times in the past 10 seconds. And that was our Friday. Then Saturday morning, slept in. We hit Fuegos for lunch. That was really good. And then we went to Market Square. And then as I posted both on my Twitter and my YouTube, I just kind of hung out and said, anyone wants to come chat with me. And it was awesome. I met a guy named Darren, and he sat with me for the entire hour. In fact, when the Jason Dickinson news broke, which I'll get to in a second, he was there with me. So I made him appear in my video, and he did fine. That was fun. I met 2 of the Rockland boys. They were a little bit hyper, and they were talking like this loud, and they were standing right next to me, and that was fine. I actually thought we were going to get kicked out of the space. Met a wonderful elderly lady named Nora. Nora, I'm not sure if you're watching, but Nora actually gave me a pad and paper and asked for my autograph, which was very sweet. And then I signed it, and then I was embarrassed for my writing, so I had to read to her what I wrote. And I said, I should really work on this. But that was very humbling of her to ask for my doozy in the jacuzzi. That's awesome, Adam. Anyways, I got to concentrate. Adam, that was very funny. And then after leaving Market Square, I made the trip up to Duncan, where we met some members. So I'm not sure if you can see it right now. There they are. Let's see if I can get this on the screen. Oh, I think I was supposed to press it once. There. So we had a wonderful chat, and anyone in Nanaimo, like Dexter, don't get upset that it's not like we excluded you. This I did actually for, I know it sounds weird, like paid members, but that's what distinguishes, I guess, the members from the subscribers, is that these members pay for content for whatever reason. No, they pay for content every month. So I actually took them out for dinner. So my lovely wife Gail isn't pictured in this picture, but she was in every other picture from my trip. If you follow me on Instagram, which is Clayton Emo, or on Twitter at Canuck Clay. But yeah, that in the front is Shannon, one of the Hall of Fame members. Behind her right shoulder, on my right, that is Coach Rob, one of our franchise members. And on my left, that is Chris Seifried, who's a Hall of Fame member. So had a wonderful meal at White Spot with 2 of Hall of Fame members and 1 franchise member. It was awesome. And we talked a bit about the Canucks, understandably, but we talked a lot about other stuff. In fact, more important stuff, like life, like family, like relationships. And it was wonderful. And I say this all the time. I want to be known as the best Canucks channel, the preeminent Canucks vlogging channel, Canucks vlogger, all those kind of things. But more importantly than that, honestly, I just love establishing genuine relationships and genuine friendships. So I feel like I have that now, even more so with Shannon, with Rob, and with Chris, and with all the members, franchise and Hall of Fame members that I'm able to chat with on Zoom, either in a group or privately. That was pretty cool. So again, Shannon, Rob, Chris, and all members, thanks for your support. No matter what level, I appreciate you for sure. So then we met in Duncan because 2 of them were from Victoria. One of them was from Nanaimo. We ended up driving Chris back to Nanaimo, which was perfect because that's where we caught our ferry. And then we were on the 10:45, 11 p.m. ferry, got home by 1:30, and that was an amazing trip. And then today, it was, you guys know Marie Huey, my wonderful collab partner. Well, her husband, Chris, it was his birthday party. If you see on my Instagram or my Twitter, you've already seen the pictures. So we had a wonderful time there. And then Marie and I started scheming about our Canuck song for the opening of the season. We were kind of joking. I'm not sure if we're getting a little old for this. At least I am. I'm 47. She's 37. I'm 10 years older than her. But, leave a comment. Put a yes or no, and be honest. Do you think I'm too old to be doing Canucks parody songs? Because I still think they're really good. They don't do as well as they used to, mind you, but then they only do as well as the Canucks are playing. So when the Canucks are playing well, people love the songs. When the Canucks aren't playing well, they don't really love the songs, but that's okay. So I see a lot of no's. I can't remember what my question was. I hope my question was, do you think I'm too old versus do you want me to do a song? So I think if you're saying no, then I think I asked, am I too old to be doing these parody songs? So regardless of your answer, which I hope is no, you guys are awesome. Marie and I are scheming already. We already know the song we're going to do. It's a song that just came out recently that's very appropriate for a hockey team. That's all I'm going to say. If you know what type of music I like, and you know the artists I like, and this type of artist I parodied before, you probably could probably already guess what song it is. But I will save that for October. Okay, so I had a really good weekend. Victoria, meeting YouTube subscribers, taking members out for dinner, hanging out with Marie and Chris, the whole time with my lovely wife Gail. The 3 kids had a great time on retreat, so I'm feeling good. Going back to work tomorrow after 2 weeks off, gonna be a little tough, but I'll survive. At least I'm not studying yet for another 2 or 3 weeks. So everything is great. Thank you for asking. Now, I want to talk about 2 things about the Canucks very quickly, and then so give me 5 more minutes. Number 1, Jason Dickinson signed. That news broke yesterday when I was in Victoria. That's why I did that quick vlog from Market Square. Thanks for to those of you who watched it. And $2.65 million, 3 years. That's good. That's a good rate. And now the Canucks, as you see on the screen, have $16 million to sign Pettersson Hughes. You're saying, Clay, how did you get that number? Why does Cap Friendly say that it's $10.7 million? I'll tell you why. And I put it on the spreadsheet. I forgot to transfer it over. But just trust my numbers. Cap Friendly says 10.7, but they have 4 players listed that I don't think are going to be on the roster. That's Dowling, DiGiuseppe, Bailey, and one of Ulevi, Hunter Rathbone. So you take those 4 guys off, but then you add Podkolzin in, and then you add or you consider Michael Furlan's LTIR. So before Michael Furlan's LTIR, it's basically 12.5 million. But when you add Michael Furlan's LTIR, it's 16 million. So the Canucks, in essence, have $16 million to sign Pettersson and Hughes. Whether that's 2 bridge deals of maybe 7.5 or 8 and 6.5 and 7, there's your 15 million at least. Or maybe you go long term with Pettersson at 9 or 10, give the other 6 to Hughes or 7 to Hughes. You could do that as well. But just so you know, anytime you see numbers out there on YouTube or on Twitter talking about 10 million, 12 million, 13 million, once you consider Michael Furlan's long-term injury reserve, there is 16 million available. I know I'm not going to comments yet, but I see hot takes in here. I value everyone here, but I'm glad to see John in here as well. Get some more sleep soon, but want to check in. Hello, John, and thanks to everyone for being here. So yes, 16 million for Pettersson and Hughes, and that's basically the biggest piece of business that Jim Benning has to take care of. One thing I talked about in my vlog either yesterday or 2 days ago now, I can't remember, it's such a blur, is remember Bo Horvat wasn't signed until September 8th. Brock Besser wasn't signed until September 16th. You could argue Bo Horvat was the most important contract signing from 2 years ago. It was on September 8th, or 3 years ago, I should say. And then Besser was signed on September 16th. That was probably the most important contract of that year. Obviously, Pettersson and Hughes are important contracts. So don't be surprised, you guys, if this goes all the way until September, because that's when Horvat and Besser's contracts were done. Okay, so that's the biggest thing. After Dickinson, only 2 more players left to sign. Pettersson and Hughes, 16 million or so to sign those 2 guys. If you didn't see, I was on Twisted Wrister, Nick Pinkerton's channel. He's got a wonderful channel. He's mostly a San Jose Sharks fan, but he covers the entire NHL, much like a Hot Take does. And Nick interviewed me for half an hour about the Canucks and about their oh, that was my son Sean calling. Oh, I wish I could answer Sean's call on the live stream. And I appeared on Nick's channel. We had a really good, fun chat about the Canucks. And he actually started off by doing a quick song, and then he imitated the Canuck Clay patented thumbs up meme, which was kind of cool. By the way, you probably saw on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. Also, my lovely wife Gail, she did it, and she did the Canuck Clay thumbs up meme in front of the Empress Hotel, which is kind of fitting because she's an empress. Or a queen or a princess, whatever you want to say. And she did it. And I think more people like Gail doing the thumbs up than they like me doing it. But that's okay too. I will, Jack, I like Nick as well. And I'll survive. Okay, last thing. And then finally we'll get to your questions. So hold on to them. Hold on to them for a second. NHL Canucks says pick it up. I did. Should I call him back? Hold on. Wait. I'll call Sean back in my stream. No, but then really, what's he going to say? Nothing. Yeah, no, I won't call him back. I want to concentrate on you. I can see Sean all the time. Considering I live with him, I don't live with any of you, at least not yet. So, last thing, next weekend, I just realized I'll be golfing in Whistler all day Sunday. And there's no way I'm going to get back, and or I should probably spend some family vacation time streaming. I think family sacrifices a lot already. So, for next weekend only, I'm moving everything to Saturday. So that's why it says there next weekend's events. I call them events. Saturday. Yeah, LA Women's Hoops. I'll put it in a sec, or someone else. Actually, I'll put it in right now real quick. Let's see. While I'm doing this. Twisted wrister. Play emo. Okay, so here is the link to my chat with Nick. So that's a link to the actual video itself, and then of course you can go to any of his videos. Give him a like and a follow. He's great. He does some really, really good stuff. Some of you are saying I should call Sean back. Well, I'm going to call Sean back. But next Saturday, members Zoom chat for franchise and Hall of Fame. We'll do it at 5 p.m. Pacific. I'm sorry if that change of date or time messes you up. And then we'll do the live stream normally at 10 p.m., but it'll be on Saturday night. Okay, I'm going to call Sean back, and then we'll get to your questions. So hold your questions. I'm going to call Sean back. Should I put him on speaker? Okay, hold on. He might not pick up now. Oh, it went to voicemail. I think he knows that I'm on my stream, but that's okay. He's a smart guy. Okay, put him on speaker. Okay, if Sean calls back, I will put him on speaker. Oh, he's so funny. He says, we can talk. He just texted me. He says, we can talk after your stream. So Sean is as smart as he thinks he is. So good for him. Okay, let's do 30 to 40 minutes of Canucks and hockey related questions. Save the non-Canucks and non-hockey questions until the very end. Again, thanks everyone for being here. 70 people in the middle of August, right in the middle of August. Give this video a like. Let's get that up to 35 to 40 likes. Okay, Lucas. Hey, Clay, besides the Canucks, do you follow the other teams that are under the CSC umbrella? The Warriors, Titans, and Seattle Surge? Admittedly, no, I don't. I'll check out a score once in a while. I don't know players. I don't know personnel. I don't know storylines. Between the Canucks and the Lions, the BC Lions, I would say, and my other exploits, I think that's where I put my focus on. All you guys are commenting on Sean's sneakiness. That's pretty funny. Adam, hey Clay, do you think Rick Rippon should go in the Ring of Honor? I definitely think he should be. Yes, it's the 10-year anniversary of Rick Rippon, number 37 of his death after a battle with mental illness. Do I think he should go in the Ring of Honor? As much as I might get... No, I'll just answer honestly without fear of repercussion. No, I don't think he should be in the Ring of Honor. I certainly wouldn't object if he did, but I think there are other ways you can pay tribute to him, either by starting, charities or initiatives like the Canucks have done, or by continuing to honor him in person or at social media, whatever it may be. So, Adam, I would have no problem if he was in the Ring of Honor, but I don't think he I don't want to say I don't think he should be, but I don't think he needs to be. I'm trying to be as sensitive as I can. Nothing against it, but it hasn't happened yet, so I just simply don't think it's going to happen going forward, to be honest with you. Fangirl, hey Clay, now that Dickinson signed as a priority on Hughes and PD contracts? Yes, absolutely. Now, great chat with Nick. Saw it when on YouTube. Thank you for watching that, Fangirl. I appreciate it. Dexter, I'm done working now, Clay, so I can get to live streams. Awesome, Dexter. Happy to have you back. Actually, we talked about you at our White Spot dinner because we missed you. Glad you're here. Michael, do you see Benning making any more trades before the season starts? I don't think so. I think the focus is on PD and Hughes. Skyler, out of all the hockey teams, who do you think will surprise you the most this season? I think LA, I hate to say this because they're in our division, but I'm always intrigued by LA. They're going to break out soon. Maybe the Rangers. They missed the playoffs, but they've made some moves. Maybe the Rangers in the East and LA out West. Women's hoops. Any new rule changes for the season? Not that I know of, but I don't know for sure. That's a good question. Unless you're talking about rule changes on my streams. I don't think you are, though. Johnny Canuck, where do you think Connor Bedard will end up? I think the worst team this year might be Buffalo. No, they can't get another first rounder, can they? A first overall. Buffalo's going to be bad. I think Anaheim and San Jose are going to be bad. I think Detroit's going to be bad, so maybe one of those four teams. Adam, no problem. If anything, I'm honest. Lucas, yes, good. See, Edits, nice to see you. Hi, Clay. Which teams would be your early picks for Stanley Cup contenders next season? I go Vegas, Colorado, and it sounds so boring, right? It's like what I said this year. Vegas, Colorado, Boston, and Tampa. Wait, Boston and Tampa are in the same division, right? I got to pick someone from that other division. No, they're not in the same division. I don't even know who's in what division now. Let's go those 4 teams. Vegas, Colorado, Boston, and Tampa. Red, hey Clay, it's past my bedtime. Can you do these earlier? Red, it's funny. I don't know if you're local, that's fine. If you're back east, then that's even more understandable. This is the best time for me, Red, between family commitments, studying, work, church, social, whatever. I'm a night owl in fact, I would probably do these later if I could, like at 11 p.m., but I know I would lose maybe half my audience. But thank you, Red, for being here. I appreciate you. Rome, thanks for that. No worries. NHL Canucks, Clay, make a TikTok. My kids won't even let me near TikTok. Would I have fun with it? Sure. Would I be annoying on it? Probably. Most definitely. And Snapchat scares me. Those filters scare me. So if Snapchat was I can't even handle that. I don't think I could handle TikTok. I'll watch a couple things on there. I know it's all blending together with Instagram stories and TikTok, and some people just share their TikTok on Instagram. I know at least that, but I don't know. I don't know if I would make a TikTok. I simply don't know. I'd rather focus on building my audience on places here like YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. But thank you, and Twitter. Yeah, Dexter, all good things. It was more of like, where are you, man? Is everything okay? Are you mad at me? And I said that you're either at work or school. So, but you are like the OG. I think you're the first moderator ever on this channel. Lefty, Pedersen doesn't seem to appreciate the Vancouver fans like the Sedins and Trevor Linden, for example. What do you think? Am I reading them wrong? I wouldn't say you're wrong, Lefty. I wouldn't say you're right either. I just think he wants to win. He's uber competitive. I've seen that in person, even on a charity golf tournament. And I don't, like I said in my vlog, I have no problem with what PD said this season. I mean, what PD said in that interview. So I appreciate your opinion, Lefty, but I wouldn't say he doesn't appreciate the Vancouver fans. I think he wants to win. And if it's here, great. If not, he will make it known that he wants to move. And you can't really blame him. Yeah. Would I love him to say something like, oh, I'm going to be in Vancouver through thick and thin? Of course, I'd love that. But I don't think that's completely realistic, especially this year. I mean, with this day and age, for sure. Toss NHL Canucks Ahmad. Yeah, no, thank you. I do have a few people who have either requested it. I don't know why you want to do it. I'm just kidding. People who have requested it. So I think I have enough for now because at any given time I see 6 to 10 of them in here, and I think that's enough for now. But if these streams can grow, especially once the season starts, I'll be looking for new moderators. So I appreciate. But yes, I do notice NHL Canucks in here quite a bit. Thank you. Connor Bedard is getting drafted 2023. Okay, I see. That shows you how little I know about prospects. And then the year that I actually read up on them, so I can talk about who the Canucks are going to pick with their 9th overall pick. We don't have that overall pick. Do you think Hughes would take 8x8? Do I think he would take it? Heiskanen took 8.5. McCarr took 9. I think Hughes would want 8.5 as well, at least. So would he take it? I'm not sure if he'd take it. I don't think the Canucks will offer it. I think if anything, they're going to offer long on PD. But maybe 8 times 8 is still a really good contract, obviously. Yes, Coach Rob, indeed. That's indeed what we're talking about Dexter. Lucas, Boston and Tampa in the same division. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I got to pick something from that other division. Let's go. That's the Pittsburgh, Philly, Rangers, Islanders division. Maybe Islanders. Hot take. That's funny. Hey, why am I so giggly today? Hey, Clay, big fan here. The feeling is mutual. Hot take. Which Canucks player do you think should be dealt over the next 12 months, depending on certain outcomes? I think it's Tyler Myers. We'll see how this blue line does. I'm really excited about the forward group. I'm really excited about the goaltending. Halak should be an upgrade, or at least equal to Holtby, if probably better. I'm really worried about the blue line still. You're not going to move Ekman Larson. You probably won't be able to. Hughes, Rathbone on the left side. You'll Levy and Hunt on the right side. Pullman just signed for 4 years. You have Hamonic 2 years, $3 million. So I really think you're looking at Tyler Myers. That's $6 million. So if the Canucks are in a cap crunch next season, which they may be a little bit, to sign Besser, basically Besser, Mott, and Rathbone are the 3 guys you're going to have to look at. I actually think it could be Tyler Myers. And we've seen that, the Canucks aren't afraid to move money. Think of all the players that are gone this year, right? Schmidt. And some of these are UFAs, but Schmidt, Edler, Holtby bought out, Vertanen bought out. There was a lot of moves. So I think Myers, when you look at salary, he's the biggest ticket item now. Fangirl, who is more likely to sign for longer term here between Hughes and Pettersson? Well, Hughes is quieter in the media, so maybe him. But I actually think they're going to try and go long with PD first and then short with Hughes. That's my guess. Edmund, thank you for being here with me. I'm not at all suggesting that I'm a replacement for your date. I'm sorry to hear that you got stood up. I'm not going to patronize you. Maybe do we have to give the woman the benefit of the doubt, though? Maybe something happened, emergency. But Edmund, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad you are here. And I'm happy to be the second choice on your Sunday night for sure. NHL Canucks saying no. Justin, what is your Canucks related hot take for the season in the next 3 years, and what would you like to see happen if it differs from yours? I'd love to see Jim Benning for GM of the year. Okay, I don't know how realistic that is, Justin. What's my Canucks related hot take? Let's say Podkolzin wins the Calder. You might say, well, that's not really much a hot take, but there's going to be a lot of good rookies. So let's say that. And let's say this. How about Rathbone is just as good as Hughes? I'm hopeful for that. I don't think it's going to happen, but those are 2 that I'm excited for sure. Travis, why does Green not put Hoglander out in overtime last season at all, but put Sutter out there? Do you think he gets a chance this season? So yes, I think Hoglander might get a chance, but now you have Garland and Dickinson, at least Garland, who will go ahead of him. Defensive responsibility. Hoglander wasn't as good defensively, especially as the year went on, actually. Still fine offensively, and you're saying, well, Clay, don't you need offense in overtime? Yes, you do, but you also need good positioning and good awareness, and I simply don't think he trusted Hoglander in that scenario last season. Just for the Twitter chaos. Elwin listening from Japan. Thank you. That is awesome. Not sure if you're Japanese, Elwin, or there, but regardless, thank you. That's you're probably 15 or 16 hours ahead of us. So what is that? You're probably what? Is it 2 a.m. there? No, 2 p.m., 1 or 2 p.m. Regardless. Question is Hughes really worth $8 million a year? Some would say no, not yet. He's got to prove it, and that's why. That's exactly why I think the Canucks should go short with him and not commit just yet. Make him earn it. Make sure that we know what we have in him. I think with Pettersson, there's less doubt. We kind of know what we have in PD. Great question. Shiraz, prior to his injury, PD didn't look to me as good last year as usual. Is this a correct perception? If so, does this concern you insofar as he's about to sign a huge contract? Even prior to his injury, he had a slow start. He wasn't getting points, but I think it went part and parcel with the season. Or maybe you're saying the team was bad because he was bad, or I could say he was bad because the team was bad. Regardless, Shiraz, no, it doesn't concern me yet. I think he's too young, too competitive, too good. But that's a fair question as well. Lots of good questions tonight. Ray, do you see Seattle going far in its first year? I don't. I don't think the roster's that strong. Dogwood, can the Canucks make it under the cap by paying in Bitcoin? I'm starting to see Bitcoin machines in malls. That's kind of crazy. Dexter, that's crazy, those hours. Pat, hey Clay, are you of Chinese descent and are you a born and raised East Vanner? No, Imo is a Japanese name. So my late father was Japanese. It's actually Imo, but I say Imo, not Imu. So it's Imo. So my late father was Japanese. My mother's Chinese. So I'm half Japanese, half Chinese. Born and raised in Richmond all 47 years of my life. My lovely wife, Gail, is Chinese blood, but born and raised in the Philippines. So Filipino customs, tradition, but Chinese in blood. So if you follow the math, our three kids are 3/4 Chinese, 1/4 Japanese, but with the Japanese last name of Imo. So I tell the boys in particular to marry Japanese girl and straighten it out. No, I don't tell them to do that. They can date who they want right now. But yes, Japanese Chinese is my background, Pat. Fangirl, how did betting trade away a contract like Eriksson when we thought he was untradeable due to the contract? Well, it's because we took Ekman Larson back, quite frankly. Lefty, Hoglander's not great defensively 3-on-3. There we go. Yep, I'm with you, Lefty. Farwin, hey Clay, hope you're well. If Elias wants to play for a winning team, if Elias, I can't believe you guys. Well, I guess you call him Elias. I request the fan base to be harder on him. Last year he acted like a baby. You know, it's interesting, Farwin. I've heard that from a certain portion of the fan base. That's why they're also upset at Pettersson's interview. So I could see not the fans turning on him, but I could see them being less patient with PD for sure. Noah, hi Clay. How was the Malahat Skywalk? It was amazing. I was brave, like a brave 47-year-old man. My lovely wife Gail, not so much, but it was great. Yeah, go. It was awesome. We went 10 a.m. right when it opened. Bought our tickets online, so we were second in line. Lucas, are you optimistic about the Canucks this season? I'm actually thinking I'm going to the December 27 game as a fan if I'm not working. First night in Vancouver. First game in Vancouver versus the Kraken. That's awesome, Lucas. Yeah, that's the one I'm going to go to for sure. And am I optimistic? I am. I think they can battle for as high as second in our division if things go well. Inferno, we have tons of mods. It's like airport security. Pickleball cornhole. Usually I don't answer non-hockey related questions, but just because I read that one, pickleball seems more fun to me. Michael, what do you think an 8-year deal would look for PD? 8 years, he's getting 9.5. I think. Yeah, actually, Adam says 9.25, so we're pretty much along the same. Lefty, that's a good point about criticism for PD. I think that's the generation right now, quite frankly. She was from Calgary and a Flames fan. Okay, Edmund, I'm glad you're doing okay. And people are saying that's terrible. Oh, gee, you guys are funny. Come on, give Edmund some love, man. He just admitted to 87 strangers that he got stood up. Give him some love. Let's give Edmund some love. Hello, Cal. That's awesome. Fangirl, what stream would most people watching, your opinion, of the Canucks going to the Cup finals or when they win the Cup? Sorry, what stream, and I'm presuming, Fangirl, you mean if I did a stream, what stream would have the most people watching in your opinion? The Canucks going to the Cup finals or when they win the Cup or when it happens? It'll be if the Canucks win. Yeah, it'll be if the Canucks win the Cup as opposed to going to the finals. Going to the finals, obviously there'll be a lot of excitement, but winning the Cup, it'll be crazy. Canucks stream, glad you're here. Got hooked from Sweden. I can't. You can correct me. I'm going to try to say Vax Joe. I'm sure that's not right, but thank you for being here. Got hooked. That's awesome. Cal, Clay, I asked a question on your Saturday's vlog. Not sure if you saw it. Cal, ask it here, please. Ask it here because I'm not sure if I saw it. Saturday is a bit of a nutso day for me, so please type it again here. Shannon, giving me the time. Thank you in Japan. C-Edits, which Canucks player do you see surprising you the most this season? Maybe Dickinson. I'm excited. I tweeted that I watched Garland highlights on the ferry home from Nanaimo last night, and I'm excited about Garland, but more people know about Garland. I think Dickinson could be a surprise, but I would love to be surprised by like Rathbone, even though I keep hyping him up so much that I don't know if I'd be surprised if he did really well. So let's go with maybe Dickinson. Or Pullman. I don't know a lot about Tucker Pullman, to be honest with you. Colin Show, how much do season tickets cost? It depends. It depends where you sit. The cheapest is $40 a seat, and then the most expensive, $150, $200 a seat, depending where you are. Mine are really good. We get them for $46 a seat, and then if you go over to the next, just across the aisle, it jumps up to $60 a seat. So I'm in almost the best seat for my price range. The Canucks shooting twice, first and third period. Looking over the opposing goalie's left shoulder. Our seats are really good, $46 for us. So if we sell them even for $60 or $65, that's cheaper than what Ticketmaster sells. So it's a win-win. We make a bit of money to help pay for our seats, and then the people buying them from us also get a deal as well. I'm a Canadian pastoring a church in Japan. God bless you, Elwin. That's amazing. Japan is 16. Go ahead. Are you Nisei? I'm half Japanese. I presume that's what you're asking. Yes. And you probably asked that before I gave my answer, but I'm half Japanese. Imo is a Japanese name. That's awesome. Yes, Inferno, straighten things out. Katie is here. I don't know if she is still here, but Katie Caldwell, one of my favorite media personalities, broadcaster, and I'd like to say a friend of mine. Katie, I'm not sure if you're still here, but I hope you're doing well. Be loving seeing your posts and everything. You look fabulous, and I hope you're feeling fabulous as well. Thanks for being here, Katie. Travis Green, which Canucks home game are you most interested in attending? Edler's return, Eriksson, Beagle, and Roussel return, home opener. I can't go to the home opener. It's Tuesday night. Tuesday night and Wednesday nights are tough for me. Tuesday night's my bowling night, and Wednesday night is my church night. So those 2 nights are basically non-negotiables. The other 5 nights of the week I can do. So I can't go to home opener. So, I'm excited to see Seattle, for sure. I'm excited to see Tampa because that was the game I was supposed to go to right when COVID hit in the middle of March. And, of course, they're defending champions. Always like seeing Edmonton. But, yeah, not really interested in seeing Arizona. LA, yes, not necessarily because of Edler, though. So, Montreal, too, because of how well they did. But, that's also a game that we can sell quite easily. So, we don't try and gouge people or whatever. We try and be fair. But Montreal and Toronto, understandably, if we're okay not going to those games, we do sell those tickets for a lot. Major Moose, who do you see in the top 6? Hoglander, Puckhosen. I think Hoglander's going to start there because there's familiarity there, but I think Puckhosen could be there by the end of the season. Pat, did you ever play hockey growing up, and did you ever put your kids in early? If so, any suggestions on where to join for my 6-year-old boy? Pat, depends where you live, right? If you're local, there's a lot of places you can go. I never played ice hockey. I played road hockey every single day. My kids, my 2 boys, we're outside every day playing basketball and hockey, but we never did ice hockey. So I'm actually not the best person to ask about that, but any of the clubs, in the Lower Mainland are fine. If you live here, Pat, I'm not sure if you do. Lefty likes Connor Garland. So does Adam, which is cool. Farron wants one really tough SOB on the 4th line. Trade for Reeves, yeah, but they got to be able to play for sure. For sure. Ellie Women's Hoops, which Canadian NHL city has the toughest media? Where would you rate the Vancouver media? I say that just because of sheer size of the markets, Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver are all equally as tough. So you could put Vancouver in the top 3. Like people who say although it's interesting when you hear guys like Elliot Friedman and others talk about the Canucks, the Vancouver media. So maybe it's just as tough as Toronto or Montreal. Definitely tougher than Edmonton, Calgary, Winnipeg, and Ottawa, I think. Fangirl, do you think the players are going to have to quarantine again before training camp due to the 4th wave? No, I don't think they have to quarantine. Oh, the ones coming from overseas, they'll probably have to abide by provincial rules as opposed to any NHL rules. Wayne Simmons, Dexter Vacquaz, Legorock said it when Patterson played for them. Okay, let's go with that. Thanks, Dexter. Lucas Clay, if we win the cup, I will call in sick on my day job and celebrate all night. First Stanley Cup win for Vancouver. Yeah, I think a lot of people will be calling in sick for sure. Cody, which new acquisition are you most excited for? Yeah, they all bring different skill sets, but Connor Garland for sure. Was watching his highlights last night. The guy is a gamer. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Connor for sure. Vacqua, thank you. That doesn't look like that, but thank you. Fangirl, what's your early prediction for the most existing player? All of them are existing. I think most exciting player, I'm going to go with Connor Garland, actually. Dogwood, it frustrates me that Canucks are looking for a large defensive defenseman. I mean, that was me growing up, 6'4", heavier than Finn and more deadly. Yeah, defensive defenseman. We need some good ones. Noah, do you think DiPietro will be ready to be our backup after the season? Yes, I do. 1 year in Abbotsford with Ian Clark close by. He'll be ready. That's why Halak only signed to a 1-year contract. Katie is still here. Awesome. You're the best. How much would you sign Petey and Hughes? Petey, I try and get him for 7 or 8 years at 9.5. Hughes, I'd go 3 years at 6.5 or 7. That's very close to my 16 million that I said I have. Oh, we're at 99 people. That's cool. Almost 100. Let's get those likes up to 50 because that's a very easy ratio for me to figure out. 50% of 100 is indeed 50. So if you haven't liked this video, if you like the fact that we're hanging out in the dead middle of August in the summer and we're excited about our Canucks, give this video a like. Cal, hey Clay, I enjoy your blogs. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy them. Off topic, my question is, would the Canucks trade away someone from the roster for a draft pick and free up some money in the meantime to offer more to, and then I'm sure you continue down below. I think I could see that happening. I could see them doing that to trade some, to create some salary cap room. You know, the other one, I jumped on Tyler Myers as an option. The other one technically could be Tanner Pearson, because after the season, he still has 2 more years at 3.25. By the way, I just got a buzz. Chris Schneider just subscribed. That's awesome. Welcome, Chris. I know you from Twitter, but I'm glad that you are a new subscriber as well. Thank you for that, Chris. Yeah, Tanner Pearson, 3.25. That's another way that they can free up some money. Canucks play the Jets on my birthday. Nice. Chris, you're awesome. Nice to see you, bud. Schneid is the one who lent me his Canucks Christmas sweater for one of my videos with Marie, even before Chris had a chance to wear it. He was already back in Alberta, and we shipped it to him afterwards, but that's how solid Chris is. Glad that you're here. Are the Canucks close to signing Ken? I was talking about that earlier. I don't think so, but I'm not worried. Besser and Horvat got signed in September. Fango, do you think DiPietro will be ready to step in the lineup this season if needed? If it's 1 or 2 games, yes. If it's more than that, I'm not so sure. Brett, do you see any chance Canucks are shopping Brock to extract the most value possible and clearing cap? I hope not, because if you shop Brock, then you're going to need to find a top 6 winger. When in Brock, you have a top 6 winger. I sure hope not. Yes, his qualifying offer's got to be $7.5 million, old rules, but he's still really good. Andrew, when and how did you become a fan of the Canucks? Great question. Ever since birth. Growing up, listening to games on CKNW, Jim Robson and Tom Larscheid calling the game, me, my brother, and my dad lying on my dad and mom's bed, listening to every game. Followed them through 82, 94, became a season ticket holder 2010-11, basically when I started my YouTube channel. So following them really closely over the past 10 or 11 years. But even before that, definitely a fan and a bit of a stats geek and all that kind of thing. So all my life, to be honest with you. Noah, how much of an impact do you think Bradshaw will have a defensive game? And do you think he could help OEL get back to form and help Hughes? All of the above. I think Bradshaw will have a massive impact in small details and in overall scheming and planning. I think it's going to be great, and it's going to be noticeable. Dogwood Clay, do the Canucks have a ticket resale platform for their season ticket holders? No, they don't, Dogwood. You go out. Well, technically, you can sell your... You can exchange or sell your tickets back to the team. And so I guess that is a platform, but most people don't do that because rather they just put them up on StubHub or SeatGeek or whatever. But one thing that's really popular is there's a Facebook group for Canucks season ticket members. No, not season ticket members. Canucks buy and sell Facebook group. Protected, you just got to apply to it and make sure you don't act like a jerk. But that's a really good place, and I've sold tickets there. I've been very lucky. I'd say 95% of the tickets I've sold has been to, or given away, has been to church friends or colleagues through Twitter, actually, and people and YouTube subscribers. I've never really had to post anywhere. Well, I guess I haven't met a lot of my YouTube subscribers, so you know what I'm saying, though. I haven't really had to go out and desperately post them somewhere where I don't know a lot of people. It's either through word of mouth, through my church colleagues, my workmates, or people on here. Maxo Wong, hey Clay, been following you well. Really like your take on things. Thank you, Max. I appreciate that. Are the Nucks just waiting to get this deal done for the hype buzz to drive fans? No, I think they'd want to. I think they want to get the deal done as soon as possible. I just think these are complicated, and they are, it's going to shape how much money the team has for the next possibly 7 or 8 years. So I think that's why they are taking so long. These are complicated negotiations for sure. King Kenny, I answered that. PD. Oh, I got another buzz. Who is that? I don't even know what that is. Got a new subscriber. Maxwell Wong. Thank you for that subscription. I appreciate that. I'd love to see PD 7 or 8 years at 9.5. Hughes 3 years at 6.5. There's your 16 million. Pedersen over Hughes for longer. I don't think they're convinced of Hughes' value yet. Oh, sorry. Pearson, Besser, or Miller. I go Besser. Who's the trade option? Sorry, Calbro. Hughes and PD for long contracts. Is there a viable action for the Canucks? And who would it be? It would be PD. Pearson, Besser, Miller. To me, Pearson would be the obvious choice, as Hoagland had better numbers. I think you're talking about trade, maybe. I'm not sure where that second part came to. See, it's which current Canucks player's autograph would you want to get? If it's one that I don't... No, actually, I don't get a lot of autographs. I more like take pictures and just like meeting them. So either Horvat, Brock, or Petey, probably. One of those three. If I had to pick one, maybe Bo. He's my favorite player. But we do have a signature on a bunch of stuff at home. So maybe Petey or Brock. No, I have Brock's too. So Petey. Sorry, that was a long way to get to my answer. Pedersen. Adam, thanks for being here. Elwin, Clay, I love your YouTube channel. Thank you, Elwin. It helps fill my void for Canucks over here. I'm really excited about Tucker Pullman, Garland, Oyel, and Dickinson. Good. Jim Benning has remodeled at least a third of the roster. It's going to look a lot different, that's for sure. Man, I appreciate your support, and God bless all the work that you and all the work that you're doing out in Japan. That's amazing. Cal says, give some likes. You guys are good. I'm probably behind, but that's okay. I will do my best to catch up. Sean, hey, Clay, any predictions on what Pedersen and Hughes contract will be? I'm sure you heard my answer. Second, Nisei, that would make sense. 2 is second generation. No, I am second generation because my grandparents came over. So yes, I am. I should know that because I'm half Japanese. How much are we paying Luongo every year until his contract expires? Well, we're not paying Luongo, but we are paying a penalty of $3 million. But this is the last season that we have to do it. Oh, I got another buzz. Who's that? Victor Lee just subscribed. Thank you, Victor Lee. That is awesome. I appreciate you. I don't know if the sub count thing is going up automatically. Oh, it is. It's at 7283. I'm not sure I can get to 10,000. You'll see it says Road to 10 Clay. I think Justin Credible was the one who coined that. Obviously, play on words on 10K. But we'll see if we get anywhere close to that before the home opener on October 26th. Japanese Kane. Yes, that makes sense. Not Japanese American. Ken, you're welcome. Lucas, need a backup dancer for music vid? I will let you know, Lucas. I haven't seen you dance, but I'm sure it's not any worse than me, so we're fine. Kyle, what percentage do you think the Canucks are better or worse than the 2020 bubble Canucks roster? Percentage-wise, I think they're a little bit better. Maybe 5 to 10%. So not a massive upgrade because they had Toffoli on that roster, but and Markstrom and Demko. But I do think they're a little bit better. They're a little bit deeper. Calbro, and played well with Bo and Horvat. Highmore moves third with Podkolzin and Dickinson, then keep McEwen on the fourth with Mott and Sutter. Your thoughts? That's if Pearson goes. Yeah, do they consider Highmore a third liner? Maybe. I'm okay with that, and that's all considering that Pearson leaves, right? Yep. Enzi, yes. I know you left 5 questions for me. I got to 2. You said there's 2 worst ones. Do a video of you predicting all points, goals, and assists of each player of the Canucks. I am going to do that. I might spread it out and do forwards, defensemen, as opposed to all in one video because I want to be able to properly explain myself as opposed to just put up numbers. But no, that's a great suggestion. Thanks, Enzi. And thanks for all your recent contributions on the channel. That's awesome. So yeah, if you could live the day in the life of one current Canucks player, who would you pick? Huh. Chan's gonna see edits is gonna get me in trouble. Because this is so bad. I'd probably pick someone who's not married. I hope Gail can't hear me. I don't know what it's like to not be with someone. I'm not complaining. Like Gail and I met in high school. You guys know that back in 1989. Oh, I got another buzz. I should check that. Thank you, Kenneth Mock, for that subscription. Yeah, so I don't know what it's like not to be with someone. I don't know what it's like not to have kids, right? Because Gail and I met in 1989. That's 32 years ago. Sean's 20 years old. So is this bad if I pick like a single guy like Hughes or Pedersen? Yeah, let's do that. Let's say I'd be Elias Pedersen for a day. Hope I'm not in trouble. No one send this to my wife, please. Dogwood, how far in the future can a team trade a draft pick? Could you trade it? Well, I don't. Good question. I don't know if there's a limit, but I think the GM wants to be alive when not necessarily working for the team, but alive when that happens. So I don't know how far out you can go. That's really funny question. You think OEL and Hughes will play together? No, they're both left side guys. They won't be playing together. I don't think so. Dennis Bragg, I did go to Cochina. I'm born in 1974, so my grade 7 year was 86, 87. I did Cochina, then Burnett, then Richmond. So Dennis, Dennis, if that's not your last name, if Bragg's not your last name, then I know one Dennis. I know Dennis Boyle, but Dennis Bragg. Let me know if we're the same age. I was born in '74, but yes, I did go to Colchina. How much cap space do we have left? Was Vazing, it's right on the screen, 16 million. Jonathan, do you think the Canucks will have to trade Miller to sign Besser next year? No. I actually talked about this in my video today. They can do it by trading someone else, and so it's not like they have to trade Miller just to sign Besser. Dogwood Clay, when you sell tickets, can it be done electronically, or do you actually have to meet the people? No, I do it electronically. So great question, Dogwood. If it's the Canucks tickets, right from the Canucks app, I can email you the tickets, and then technically they're on your phone now. Why, are you going to buy some tickets from me, Dogwood? Farwin, Clay, do you think the Canucks could get a first-round pick for Myers at the trade deadline if teams desperately need a right-hand D? No. Because of that $6 million, I don't think you're going to get a first-round pick back for Myers. You may have to retain some salary to do that, right? Just think of the OEL deal. Arizona got our first-round pick, but then they had to take all the salary as well, like other players. So I don't think it's gonna be Myers for first rounder straight up. How was the meetups? Not in the area, but would want to go. Spencer was great. It's pretty casual, just 4 or 5 people, so it wasn't amazing. Like, it wasn't crazy busy, but it was more importantly, it was really good conversation. When did preseason games start? Start of end of September. Does that sound right? End of September. Dennis Heckley, will there be any new Canucks songs you and Marie will produce next season? Funny, Derek, that you asked that. I think I called you Dennis. Sorry, Derek. I talked about that at the start. I saw Marie today, and we started scheming. We picked our song, so now I just got to write some lyrics to it and learn how to play it. Calbro, Clay, to make room for long-term contracts for Hughes and PD, trade Pearson for a draft pick, free up money as Hoagie's top 6. Your thoughts? Yep. I think Pearson or Myers, if I had to pick right now, I think Pearson or Myers will get traded next season to free up money. Just a guess. Are you a Daniel or Henrik fan? Like them both, but if I absolutely had to pick one, just because playing center and more outspoken, doesn't mean necessarily the better speaker, I'll go Henrik, but honestly, it's like splitting hairs. They're both fine. Kyle, who will be the top 3 scorers this season, and who's your dark horse pick? I presume you're talking about the Canucks. So let's go Petey, Garland, and Miller. And my dark horse is... No. What? I can't believe I didn't pick Besser. It's going to be 3 of Petey, Besser, Garland, or Miller. And then the dark horse is whoever of those 3 guys that you don't put in your top 3. Victor, what do you think Jim Benning's best move this offseason and worst? The Sutter deal for 1.125. Excellent. He's not the most popular player, but I think that's a great signing. And I like the fact that he got Connor Garland. I think the worst would be the Tucker Pullman contract, but I'm willing to give him a chance for sure. Why is Luongo your favorite? Just want to know Burrows is mine. Abby, I love his game. I love his personality. I've written a couple songs about him. He's DM'd me on Twitter before, which is pretty cool. So I just like him a lot. Don't necessarily like goaltenders. They're not, doesn't have to be goalie to be my favorite, but I did like Luongo. I'd pick Pettersson, so I'd sign the contract. That's awesome. That was really funny. That was really good. Lucas Clay, would you be upset if the NHL players said no to Beijing? I'm on the boat. I think we're not going. Too many logistical challenges. Would I be upset? No, I don't think upset's the right word. I'd be disappointed, but not like a disappointed, like a dad disappointed thing. Just kind of, I want to see best on best hockey, especially because we didn't see it in 2018. See it, it's real smooth. I'm sure you're talking about my answer to your question about which Canuck to be for a day, right? After this offseason, where would you rank Benning as a GM? Rank or rate? Rank, it's hard because you asked me to compare him to other guys. I still like Gillis and even Burke better. But I think he's getting better. You know, he's good with a lot of things and bad with a lot of things. Brunette Breakers? Brunette. I had a girlfriend at Brunette. She was a cheerleader. Cal, do you care to divulge her name? No, I'm probably like 20 years older than you, so you don't have to divulge your name. Colin, would you trade one of our wingers for a solid right D-man? Depends which winger, of course, and depends right D-man. That's such an obvious answer. Not obvious to you. I mean, it's obvious for me to say. Would I trade one of our wingers for a solid right D-man? It really depends who it is. Sorry for such a weak answer. Harry, hope you're doing well. Thank you. I am doing great. Edmund, I saw your dinner from Instagram. Looks amazing. All those shrimp chips. Yeah, it was good. It was good. It's from Salatai Restaurant, Edmund. Travis, you say trade Pearson, but that's Horvat's best friend, which will make him unhappy. Yeah, but I think, though, Bo's the type who will put the team first, and if he really thinks it's improving the team. But I hear what you're saying. When will the Canucks re-sign Patterson Hughes? Don't hold your breath. It could go all the way to September, as they've done with Besser and Horvat before. Farwin, I wonder if Montreal were really bad this year, if they would consider trading us to Foley. Do you think it would be wise to get him back? Not sure there's going to be room for him, right? Because Besser, Garland, and Podkolzin or Hogland are all on the right side. But we'll see. I don't think they would just trade him back to us just because they're nice or they felt bad for us. So we'll see. Cal, I'm trying my best. You're welcome. Kyle, I want all your medical history and your family too if Canucks are going to ask for... Kyle, I think you... I saw that you left a not so flattering comment on one of my videos today, and then you deleted it. But thanks for being here, and thanks for watching anyways. Noah, when is the Canucks' first preseason game? September 27? Yeah, I have to look it up, but it's sometime in late September for sure. Thanks, Coach Rob. Take care. Fangirl, what is your favorite song from Hamilton? Yeah, I like a lot of them. Dear Theodosia is nice. You might have the opportunity to meet Ham Hughes. Awesome. Andrew, I'm in China and really hope NHL players go to the Olympics. Definitely will go to some games rep Canada. Please do so, Andrew. That's awesome. Spencer, how do you see the Eichel scenario playing out? Does Eichel play for Buffalo if he doesn't get traded? Would Kevin Adams be let go because of his lack to get anything done? I don't know about the Kevin Adams, but Spencer, but I don't think Eichel's going to play for Buffalo. I just think there's too much bitterness there. Do you think OEL will bounce back, same or worse? I think it'll be good for the next 2 or 3 years at least, so I do think he'll bounce back. I think it's amazing what a change of scenery can do. The Collins Show, do you think we look like a playoff team? And if so, are we just a first-round exit team? No, Colin, I think we can win a round. I think we can get out of the Pacific, especially if we finish second or third. Maybe not fourth, because then you have to play Vegas. So I do think we can get out of at least one round. NZ Canucks Vancouver on the 29th. You should go to that one. Okay, I'll try. I'll see. My buddy Mike and I, we haven't split up our tickets yet. Victor, what was your reaction to the Corey Schneider trade? At the time, I was shocked because it sounded like Luongo was going to be the one to go, but his contract was basically untradeable. Do you think he could have been a Canuck longer? Yeah, I do. But I'm obviously, in hindsight, happy with the way that Horvat turned out, for sure. Yeah, and we got Bo. Yeah, it's awesome. Do you think Canucks will make the playoffs? Gamer, I do. I say Garland gets 20 goals. That's cool, Edmund. Dogwood, Clay, Robert, Kiyosaki teaches us that real estate is an asset, not a liability. Nuck season tickets are an asset that make money. Don't work for money. Let it work for you. Okay. Thank you, Dogwood. I appreciate that advice. Going to think about what that means in my situation, but I appreciate that. Justin, did you hear about the Vancouver Whitecaps statement on how 3 of their players were assaulted last night in a racially motivated attack? 1 player is in hospital and expected to recover after. No, Justin, I did not hear about this, but I'm going to read up on this as soon as we are done tonight. That's very sad and it's disgusting. Thank you. How many medals do you think Canada gets in Paris 2024? Ooh, let's say they match the 24 that they get. See, yeah, that's you're a long-term thinker. I appreciate that. All right, I've caught up, which is awesome, and it's 10:50. Oh man, okay. Last one. Do the Sedins know something we don't about OEL? Consider they played international together. Spencer, I do think that they had a hand in bringing him. At least they put in a good word for him. Travis, do you think we would have won the Cup in '94 if we didn't trade Neely and drafted Jaromir Jagr? So tough to say. I can't really comment on that. I don't know. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, awesome. Proposed trade Myers for Zaitsev at a 2nd and 3rd round pick, even trade, and acquires a Russian for Podkolzin. Myers for Zaitsev and a 2nd and 3rd round pick. I'd do that. I don't know if the other team would do that. Elwin, no problem. God bless you. Every Sunday. Well, except for next week, which is Saturday. Okay, let's do 5 to 10 minutes now of non-Canucks, non-hockey related questions. So, respectfully, if you ask a hockey or Canucks related question, I'm not going to answer it. But anything personal, anything you want my opinion on, go for it. And I'll do this one though. Calbro, do you collect hockey cards? No, I used to. I have a Gretzky rookie somewhere, but it's not mint. But no, I used to when I was growing up, like 30, 40, 35, 40 years ago, but not now. How much do season passes cost? Can't find it online and would like one. Season passes for the Canucks? It depends. My seat costs $2,000 because that's basically $2,000 divided by 45 games at $45. Okay. Any non-Canucks, non-hockey related questions? We'll just do 5 or 10 minutes. Did you take the slide down? Justin, of course I took the slide down. It was so fun. It was the fastest 8 seconds of my life, although I think I did it in 4 seconds because of how fat I am. But yes, I took the slide down. It was great. Justin, how'd you know about the slide? Have you been there or did you just read up on it? That's cool. How long have you been a hockey fan? All my life, all 47 years. Ali, which university did you go to? UBC Commerce, before they were named the Sauder School of Business. UBC Commerce, accounting degree, failed my accounting exams, HR, now working for the Catholic Church. Lucas, hey Clay, do the emo kids still play video games these days? If they do, let them know I'm down. Thank you, Lucas. I'll let them know, but no, they don't really play. They're quite busy doing their video editing, working, serving, but they don't play a lot of video games. C Edits, was your Victoria trip planned well in advance or something you put together last minute? The ferry part was planned and hotel was planned 3 weeks in advance, so not too crazy. But as soon as we knew the kids were all going to be occupied this weekend, Gail and I said, let's get away. The YouTube and Twitter, YouTube meetup, the 2 meetups, those were planned. The members one was planned for those 3 weeks. I was talking to them about it, but the meetup was decided the day before once I knew that Gail was cool about it. Derek Clay, are you surprised with how fast Afghanistan was taken over by the Taliban? Yes and no. Taliban for me kind of out of sight, out of mind, but now I recognize how organized and how how dangerous they can be. So no, I wouldn't say it's a surprise. Alwyn, how many years did it take your wife to allow you to do all this? Great question, Alwyn. God bless her. She's amazing. I always use the hashtag married up. She's Alwyn for you. You'd be interested. She's the one who introduced me to Jesus Christ and the Catholic Church. And she knows what she was getting into when she married, the best thing going. She knew when she tried to get my attention back in high school, what it was going to be like. No, she's been supportive all along. And I think since the YouTube and season tickets started 10 years ago, she knew that this was a passion of mine. Not more important than her or my faith or my family, but certainly where I put a lot of time and energy. And I'll admit, it helps with the memberships now, with the donations that people give once in a while, and with just the revenue coming from my videos now, because all my videos are getting 1,000 or 2,000 views now, which is great. And it's not about the money. I don't do this for the money. I do it because I want to build authentic Canucks community. But the money helps. I'm not going to quit my job anytime soon. But a few $100s a month here and there, it helps a lot, right? It helps justify a little bit of the time and energy for sure. Great question. Spencer, did your whole family travel to Victoria with you? Nope, just me and my wife, Gail. The 3 kids were here at a retreat. Fangirl, thoughts on flight passengers being required to be fully vaccinated as of October? I'm fine with it. Safer. Victor, are your kids into hockey as well? Sean, my 20-year-old, knows a lot about hockey, goes to a lot of games with me. My son Jacob doesn't, but he pretends to be just for fun. He has no clue what's going on. And Kayla couldn't care less. Favorite TV show right now that's still on, Blacklist and For Life. I also watch Criminal Minds, Survivor, Designated Survivor. Justin, I saw a promo video of it, was familiar with the attraction, but haven't been to it yet. The videos are indeed stunning. Spencer, do you like camping? What's your job? Camping, okay. I'm not the best camper, but I'm okay with it. And I work for the Catholic Archdiocese Vancouver, helping train leaders to run their own ministry and events. That's the easiest way to explain it. Enzi, how do you feel that Messi cut $60 million from his wage and Barcelona still couldn't afford him, and people were saying he's a sellout, disrespect for the greatest player in history? I haven't been following that, but for all that he's done for soccer, that seems a little harsh. Chonger, hey Clay, been a while. Nice to see you, Chonger. Glad to catch the stream. Just had my second child. Congratulations. That is awesome. What is one piece of advice that you can pass on to me? In all seriousness, treat the second child just as importantly and as lovingly as the first. And you might say, well, Clay, don't be a dummy. Of course I'm going to do that. It's amazing how from child to child, I've only had 3. It's not like I've had a lot, but it's amazing how your parenting changes. You pay less attention to this, more attention to this. You take this for granted because this worked for the first kid. Just know that your kids are different. They're going to have different. So just because something worked for your first child doesn't mean it's going to work for the second child. But you should take everything that you learn, good and bad, from the first child and use it to make you a better parent. So I hope that makes sense. How was the ferries to and from the island? It was fine. We reserved both ways, Lucas, though, to be safe. I got another dinger. Wow, thank you, Dean, for the $5 donation. That is awesome. Let's give some love to Dean. And even though he asked a hockey-related question, he gave me $5, so I should answer it. Oh no, he didn't even ask a question. Watch Podkolzin highlights, and he looks like a beast. Shame they don't play him on the first or second line. He's going to be invisible in the third. Dean, I wouldn't say he's going to be invisible because he'll be playing with Pearson, perhaps, and Jason Dickinson. That's going to be a good line. He might not be expected to do much offensively, but defensively, he will be a beast, and he'll be tough to play against. And Dean, more importantly, thank you for your donation. Include Haiti and Afghanistan in your prayers. Thank you, I will, was. Fried rice or stir-fried Chinese noodles? Fried rice. Every day. You're wearing contact. Showtime. Thank you for noticing. I am wearing contacts. And you guys, I'm going to go for a bit longer. So if you have to go ahead and leave. It's fine. But there's still 73 of you in here, which is awesome. Yeah, you guys know I always wear glasses. You see them in 99% of my vlogs. But when I think this is so vain. You guys know that I'm giving you the honest goods when I say I think I'm better looking with contacts on. That sounds so stupid. Maybe there's a better way of putting it. I feel more confident when I'm wearing my contacts. So if there's a party, or this sounds so bad, but today, Marie's party for her husband, Chris, when it's a lot of people that I haven't met or haven't seen in a while, or I want to make a good impression, i.e. I'm doing a speaking gig or a presentation, I'll actually wear my contacts as opposed to my glasses, just because I feel more confident. Definitely when I'm playing contact sports, I'll wear contacts, no pun intended. So, yeah, I wear glasses, rest my eyes, and I look fine. I'm obviously very confident in my looks. I don't know why, but I feel more confident when I'm wearing contacts. For those of you that wear, I know Lucas, for those of you that wear glasses or contacts, tell me if you feel me. Tell me if you actually know where I'm coming from, the whole contacts versus glasses thing. Or tell me if you think I'm an idiot and it doesn't make a difference. But for me, it's a confidence thing. And Dean, thanks again for that donation. Thanks for noticing, Showtime. Noah, what's your favorite Gassy Jack art print, Clay? Well, Noah, of the 6 I have, I think I have it in my closet there. I didn't put it up today. The one of Lyndon and McLean's really good. Emits a lot of emotion, but I love all of them. I have a Besser one, a Horvat one, a Sedin's one, a Luongo one. You know, the Besser one's right there. But maybe of the ones I have, it's Lyndon and McLean in 1994. Cal, what do you think of the Abbotsford's name for the team? I think it's fine from a marketing standpoint. What was the reason for using the same name? Marketing, branding, pride, all those things. Yeah, that's fair if you think they blew it, but I could see why they did it. Just from you want to come out of the gate hot, and it's easiest. There's a lot of synergy that you have. Reaction: there's a Disney movie based on your life. Who would you want to play you in the movie, and what would be named? It would be named. The Positive Papa. Oh, that's the worst name ever. And who would I want to play me? They have to be Asian, right? Who's positive? Who's happy? Let's go with Ryan Reynolds. I haven't seen his new movie yet. It looks hilarious, but he seems like a pretty positive guy. So I don't know why they'd get a Caucasian guy to play an Asian guy, but let's go with Ryan Reynolds starring in the new Disney movie called The Positive Papa. That sounds horrible. Shannon, did your ferry that took you last night go to Tsawwassen or Horseshoe Bay? It was Tsawwassen, so it's only a 20-minute drive. Thank God. Fangirl, got the worst news ever this past week. My grandmother's celebration of life will be postponed until next year due to the fires and fourth wave. I'm sorry to hear that, fangirl, but yes, it's the reality, I guess. Edmund, did your kids destroy the house via party? Kidding, your kids are responsible. They are responsible, and no, they're too busy being good kids at their church retreat. But Jacob, who's the joker of the three, as you know, I should bring them on for another stream, I think. Jacob joked around that he had people over. Best chain pizza in Vancouver, no Domino's or Pizza Hut. Best chain pizza in Vancouver. Well, if I'm not eating one of those two, I will eat Fresh Slice. Although I don't think it's really that good, but it's cheap. I'm not a big pizza connoisseur. Although I tried that Uncle Fathy's or whatever from East Van. Uncle Fathy's, that was pretty good. Yes, fangirl. I'm not sure how long ago that your Your grandmother did pass away, but it is indeed very sad. Thank you for sharing that with the group here. Criminal Minds is gone. Who's your favorite character? I love Derek Moore. I did too. I did. Although I'm starting to really like Spence. What's his name now? Is it Spencer? The nerdy guy. I haven't watched it in so long. Have you always lived in Vancouver? Yeah. Born in Vancouver, Grace Hospital, but all 47 years in Richmond, for sure. Thanks again, Dean. And I'm just catching up now. Probably going to wrap up in the next 5 minutes. Contacts, glasses. Some good feedback about comments versus glasses. Oh, thank you, Inferno. You're too kind. 3 words you would use to describe yourself to someone new. What a great question, C-Edits. 3 words. I won't say good looking because that takes 2 of the 3 words. No, in all seriousness, if I was to describe someone new, I would say authentic. I would say passionate. And I would say joyful. Yeah, joyful, passionate, and authentic. Those are my 3 words. Shannon doesn't like putting contacts. I don't know what Predator Poachers Kamloops is doing, but thank you, donors, for that. I mean, donors. Thank you, mods, for taking care of that. What's your favorite sports moment, excluding the NHL or hockey? Ooh, I was at the BC Lions when they won the Grey Cup in 2011. That was pretty good. I was also at the Toronto Raptors victory parade in 2019 or 2019. More contacts versus glasses talk. If you could do anything else that's not YouTube, what would it be? I would love to be a professional musician. I'm not good enough, but I would love to, play concerts and stuff like that. I would love to be a professional speaker. So if I didn't have my church job, which allows me to do some music and some speaking, I would love to be a speaker, like a motivational speaker type thing. NZ, no, you can. I won't answer them though because I've already gone for an hour. I'm going to wrap up actually in the next 5 minutes. So the hockey questions were like the first hour or so. But go ahead, ask one, NZ, and I'll answer one. Pitbull. Every day above ground is a great day. That's good. That's good. Good advice. Ryan Reynolds playing me. Good. Oh, she died in September 2020. Okay, thanks, fangirl. Do you like Boston pizza? It's okay. Don't get it for the pizza, though. I used to eat their bacon wrapped steak bites or whatever they're called. Connor, I'm not doing any more hockey questions. Oh, I think you're new here, so I'll answer yours. If you had to trade one of Pettersson, Horvat, Besser, or Hughes, which one would you trade? If I had to trade one, I think you go Besser because biggest contract. Not necessarily saying he'd get the most value, but biggest contract. But I wouldn't want to trade any of them. And do you think Podkolzin could have the potential to take over Besser's first line job in the future? Maybe, but I don't think Podkolzin's going to peak as a first line winger, maybe a second line winger. So I'm not convinced. Have you met any BC Lions? Not current ones, but definitely have met Travis Lulay a couple times. Sat at a dinner with him. Whitecaps did a parody song with what's his name? Oh gosh. Kakuda, what's that guy's name? Kakuda Mane, is that his name? And that other guy, oh shoot, I did those only 2 Whitecaps guys I met. Oh, and I met the other guy, a Christian guy. Gosh, this is so bad. This was 4 or 5 years ago. I got to brush up on Whitecaps knowledge for sure. That was embarrassing. Kakuda Mane, yeah, I met him, and I met some other guy too. That was horrible. Any advice for speaking engagements? I'm planning to get my advocacy talks again soon. Practice. Come across as authentic. Don't paste too much. Use notes, but don't read off the thing. But I think practice is pretty important, and know what the heck you're talking about for sure. Cal Clay, tough question for you. Have you lost anyone or know of anyone that passed away from COVID? Not personally. No. Thank God. Not from COVID. Do you watch Darman? No, I don't. I don't know what that is. Tell me what that is. What do you think of passport vaccine? Tough. If it makes things safer for people, I'm all for it. Have you met any Olympians? Yes. Kathy Kreiner. Oh, gosh. I'm so bad with the names tonight, you guys. Kathy Kreiner. Yeah, Kathy Kreiner. Phillips is the last name. So Kathy Kreiner Phillips, I met her back in 2010. I also met Charmaine. What's Charmaine's last name? Charmaine. This is so bad, you guys. Charmaine Crooks, is that it? Yeah, I've met Charmaine Crooks and Kathy Kreiner Phillips. Met them back in 2010. Yeah, and Evan Dunphy, I haven't met him, but the Canucks have... Canucks. I'm losing it, you guys. My kids have met him. No, it wasn't Christian DeJong. True fact, some BC Lions players came to my high school. Nice. Favorite scripture verse? Philippians. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. This is definitely one that I live by for sure. And Lucas, do you guys know any guys from the Warriors? No, I don't. Okay. Awesome. I think we should cut there. It is 11:15. That's 15 minutes longer than usual. So thank you. There's still 66 of you in here, which is awesome. Lastly, Cal, favorite type of movies? Action, comedy, horror. I like actually thrillers, thriller and suspense. Those are my favorite. Okay, so thanks everyone. Well, because we have 62 likes now and 66 of you still in here. So thanks to all of you for being here tonight. Moderators, thank you. I know you had to take care of one person at least, so I appreciate that. Thanks to my sponsors, Monkey9 and Gassy Jack Art, who I'm going to make a sponsor. I think I'm going to talk to him. But overall, thanks to all of you for being part of this community. And it was a lot of fun. And I didn't even have a chance to fool around with my thumbs up here. So thumbs up to all of you for sure. This is how you make me feel. You make me feel like dancing. You make me feel like jumping, even though I almost broke my left leg there. Let's watch that again in slow motion. Okay, it froze on me. And you make me feel like tumbling all the time. And I should really get some new memes, some new gifs, I think. And then for that, I'll give you a horn. I hooked up the Stream Deck and I barely used it. So I'll use it more during the regular season. But you guys, thanks a lot for your questions. Thanks a lot for your support. As always, you guys know that I don't take you for granted. And I always appreciate you. Thanks for the new subs. Today we grew while we were streaming. And thanks, Dean, for your generous donation. I appreciate all of you. Don't forget, next weekend, everything's going to happen on the Saturday as opposed to the Sunday. So 5 o'clock Pacific will be the member Zoom call. I'll send that link out by Friday. That's for franchise and Hall of Fame. And then live stream for everyone Saturday night at 10 p.m. because I'm off to Whistler on Sunday. So once again, thanks for your support. As always, stay safe. No, subscribe if you like to. Like this video if you like to. Become a member of this channel if you like to. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Did you know that when you die, the last part of your body to stop working will be your pupils because they dilate? God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah!